Hello to everyone. So, I am here. Welcome to a new episode of Startup Greece Talks. I have here Erika. I forgot your surname, but it's okay.
It's okay, it's hard to pronounce anyway.
So, I'm here with
Makes sense.
Erika from Ivoluntry, and Erika is going to say her surname right now because I forgot it.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Errika Zeler. It's very hard to pronounce, I know. My dad is half French, that's why.
Top name. For.
Thank you so much. The Greek people never get it right, though.
Yeah,
But it's okay.
we just talked about it like 5 minutes ago. I forgot it. It's okay. Doesn't matter. She forgot.
Sometimes even I forget it, honestly.
Yeah. So I'm very happy to have you here with me. And I really want to know what Ivoluntry is about. And the first thing I want to ask is about you. Who are you? What are you doing? And why are you here with me?
Okay, the talking about myself part is always the hardest.
I'm well aware.
I would characterize myself as I specialize in all things communication. So anything that has to do with communication, I can do it, and I love to do it. My mission and the reason why I do everything I do is to create positive change. That's the most important thing for me. I have a degree in communications and mass media from the National Kapodisian University of Athens. I also partook in a minor in psychology from the DRI, the American College of Greece. And I also have a certificate. Thank you so much. And I also have a certificate of practice for neurolinguistic programming. It's a combination of psychology and linguistics, and it's a way to program your mind for success and to create better outcomes for yourself. It's a wonderful, truly hard to explain art. I'm still very new at it, but I'm really passionate about all things communication.
So it's gonna go amazingly, and I would love to know, what is Ivoluntry? Why are you there? How did you start? Why did you start?
Oof, it's a long story. How it started, I think it's the most magical part of the whole thing that is happening, because we don't want to characterize it as a business yet. It's more than a business, it's an idea. And it's really about our personal ethics as people. Mm-hmm. And me and Andreas met through my university, mm-hmm. which one day while I was working and I was busy doing my office work, I stumbled upon an email that was about a business venture. And I was always thinking about how much I wanted to. I was a volunteer in my first years of university, and it was always so hard to find the volunteering acts and to organize them and to program them. And sometimes it would take the joy out of it, all the bureaucracy, all the things you had to do. So I put this idea that maybe we could develop an app about it. And I submitted the idea, and it was specialized on students. So it was only going to be about university students. Okay. And the office of my university was also connecting with Andreas at the time and Ivoluntry, which was already partially developed by then. And we matched so much in our ideas and our ethics that even though we were supposed to be different entities in the business world, we decided to collaborate in order to actually make this happen. Because the two of us together and the three of us, because we're 3 members, we really think that we can make this happen. So Ivoluntry started sometime before I entered. It started as an initiative by Andreas, which he's a long-time volunteer. He's been volunteering all his life. He does everything from lifeguard to teacher to beach cleanups. He has done it all. So he really wanted to revolutionize the way he himself could access those acts that were so important for him to do. Mm-hmm. And it started, from the idea, day by day, it started becoming more real. He was searching on it. And by the time I entered, it was in the well-developing stage. Yeah. So now we've been partners for about 1.5 years. It's actually now the landmark.
Yeah.
And we're really excited about the future. Like I said, Ivoluntry is more of an idea. It's a business, of course, but it has a lot of more to do than just the business part. It's mostly about us trying to revolutionize the world.
I hear you. I hear you, and I'm very interested in understanding what drove you to this decision to enter. So, what was your own personal drive?
Change. I think it's the most important thing. It's the only thing we have as people in our generation is the generation that's supposed to drive change. I'm a firm believer of that.
Mm-hmm.
And just the ability to have some positive impact, even if this doesn't pan out. We have already done so many beautiful acts. We're collaborating with a lot of organizations. We've gotten in touch with so many people. So it's all about the people for all of us in this group. We're just trying to create a better world that we also want to live in.
There are some firm believers, and there's this misconception about volunteering that volunteering cannot be profitable. And it's something that I want to discuss with you, and I want you to help me understand this industry because there have been examples in the past showing us that it is possible to monetize volunteering in so many ways, and people should start thinking about it because it's a very big force. It's many people doing something because they like it. So this is an even better concept than any sorts of corporation out there, at least to my mind. So I don't want to mumble a lot, so I'm gonna ask you a little bit more about Ivoluntry. Just give me a very small description of how you would describe it, and how is it currently working? Is it making money? Is it making money?
Okay, so at this stage, we're still developing. We're not very out there yet, but the thing we do and we always try to do is keep connecting with people. So we never stop connecting. From the day Ivoluntry was created, it's connecting with people. The state now that we are in, we're still on the development phase, and the way that this will work is it will be via an app and the website. And you as a volunteer, one day you can enter. It's a beautiful Saturday. It's a beautiful day, and you decide you want to do something today. Why not volunteer? So you will enter the app through your phone. Download it, is for free. Volunteers, of course, will not be paying. In the contrary, they will be receiving gift certifications and ways of a reward for their time and their effort. Not in money form, of course, it will be through other means that we're still thinking of. And you will go to this beautiful app that will be very well organized. You will put everything that interests you personally. It can be from gardening to children we will have more than 17 different categories. So it will be, we will have a great plethora of choices for people to go. And you will decide the act that interests you the most. You will sign up easily, go do your volunteering, and after you're done, you will receive your certificate. Everything will be recorded through the app. You will have the ability to also see what your friends are volunteering on. We're planning on making a quality social media application that will have the effect of also creating change. It will not be just via the phone. People will actually utilize their mobile devices in order to achieve something. So that's the concept so far. We will provide other services as well as time goes on. In general, we want to keep the market very open, and we have a lot of ways of creating revenue. That's the most important thing. And the way that the market is developing right now and businesses and around the sustainability part, we're really aiming to provide this application to big corporations. So they will be able to manage their CSR and ESG ratings. This will be a great tool in the years to come for most companies. And there's nothing out there like it. It will really help the corporate affairs departments tremendously. and
Oh,
I really would know that's the department I work in, and
okay.
how much we have trouble to find acts and to organize them, and everything is
So,
there's it's a big market.
so what you
Yeah.
technically what you will provide is a much easier access to volunteering events, as well as a social media platform that people can communicate and get with each other and get to know each other. And so this is going to have, let's say, a snowballing effect in the future, right?
That's what we're hoping for. We can only aim as high as the stars, and that's our plan. We really want to revolutionize the entire volunteering world. And it really is a big market. We did the research, and it's estimated that 350 million volunteers are around the world. It's like 27 billion market, like 27 billion euro market. So even in Greece alone, it can be estimated to around 17.5 million. So it's a big market out there that's not been utilized at all.
Okay, that's the numbers seem very interesting, and I I understand that the ones that will be technically buying the platform are, as you said, big corporations. So you're going to work B2B.
We are going to work B2B. Uh,
And
we will be
B2C,
working also,
but revenue is
yeah,
coming from the business side. That's what I'm trying to understand.
it will also come from some organizations like NGOs because they will be paying a small fee in order to be able to achieve to get volunteers as well, because the volunteering body will have to be placed somewhere.
Yeah.
And the reason why this app will be revolutionary is because it will help volunteers and organizations, because organizations also don't have people that volunteer or help around.
Mm-hmm.
So because the gap between them is huge, we will be bridging this gap in a way. We
Yeah.
will be helping them get in touch easier, get all the legislation and the technical part out of the way. It will be only volunteers doing their volunteering and organizations receiving these volunteers.
Absolutely, absolutely. Got it. Perfect. Okay. So you shared some numbers about the market, and they're pretty good estimations, to be honest. Are you told me that when we spoke before, you told me that you're focusing mostly in Greece now, but you're also planning on going abroad. Is this the case?
Yes, our initial focus is on Greece, so maybe the Wi-Fi is lagging a bit.
Sorry.
But we do have very ambitious plans, like I said. It's also the internet these days is really troubled.
I know. I know.
But we really wanted to expand everywhere. Volunteering is a global attribute. Everybody wants to help each other. It's in our nature to provide help to ourselves, to our neighbors, to the environment. So we believe that Ivoluntry is adaptable to all countries and cultures.
Okay, great. It makes sense. It makes absolute sense, and it also makes sense that you start from Greece. Can I don't remember asking when did it start exactly? 2000 and what?
There is no official start date because, like I said, it was a developing
Yeah,
idea
yeah, yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
little
Just
seed to.
just to have an idea for how
We
long it's
can
been alive.
uh, we would say around 2023 it was officially, like in the start of 2023 it was officially created,
Great.
but it has been around the idea and the developing since the start of coronavirus. So I would say 2019, 2020, it was that's when it was born. So we have to define the birthday and I guess the conception day.
Yeah. Absolutely. Get it. So you told me about your long-term plan of going abroad. Is there any, let's say, more solid strategy to take the initiative somewhere within the next 3 to 5 years regarding the whole trends? Social media, where the social media is going, where AI is going, all of the upcoming things.
We want to stay modest, but we do see Ivoluntry as a leading platform in Europe in the next 3 to 5 years. We really want to be a trusted source for both the volunteers and the organizations. And we already foster a vibrant, beautiful volunteering community that's only getting bigger and better by the day. So I don't want to say it again, but we're really aiming for the stars and we really think we can reach them.
That's great. You talked about community. Have you started creating any sort of community around you, like not only your friends, but do you have any sort of social media presence up to this point?
Social media presence, me as a person or as I
No,
volunteer?
as Ivoluntry.
As I volunteer. Yes, we do have a social media. We do the most active one is Instagram, and LinkedIn
Right.
is the one that we utilize the most, and Facebook. We have many partners as of now, and some major ones like Humanity Greece and Hostess, and we also did our first event last Saturday, which was a roller skating event. And it was to teach children how to roller skate. Yes, it was a very sunny day. Sadly, I was not there, but I heard from everybody that it was great. It was also reported on the news. So our first initiative went really well.
That's very nice. That's very nice. What was the aim of the
Thank you.
event?
Thank you so much. The aim of the event was teaching kids how to roller skate, but it was just to utilize the day and help people get connected. It was more of a networking, but also educational. We kept it educational as a first event. And because children is a major pylon and education for volunteering in general, but for us as well, because we really do value education. And that's personally how I started in volunteering. I was a teacher for migrant children. And yes, so we think education is the way to change the future, and it's what we're aiming for. So
in our previous talk, so let me clear things up when it comes to the money-making procedure. I understand that now it's in the ideation stage. No, I'm sorry, it's not in the ideation stage. It's in the developmental stage. So you're currently working on developing this platform. You're also doing some events, and you're also trying to create a community around it. You have some partners already, and you told, and I want to ask regarding the upcoming revenue streams. I understood that there's several revenue streams. I just want to ask, when are you planning on taking it out there? So when do you feel that it's going to be relatively ready?
That's a very interesting question because it really changes a lot.
I'm improvising. I'm not reading things. I'm not good at it.
We will take it out there once the app is fully developed and working. It's still on the beta stage. So we don't have an accurate date yet set.
Yeah, just an estimation, like in 2 years, in 1 year, something like that.
No, it will be much less than a year, actually. We're planning on having it ready before summer, maybe in May.
There you go. That's too soon. I was thinking something like 6 months the way you started talking about.
But it always changes. That's why I don't want to really set a date, because we've been saying in 2-3 months for 2-3 months now, and it's doubling.
That's always happening. That's always happening. Nothing to worry about. I'm not gonna make you sign any documents here, I promise.
But I really think that before the summer, personally, I'm very positive. I think everything will be set and ready, because we already have an Android beta that's been going around for 6 months now, and we've been really trying it, and a lot of people have downloaded it and did a bit of bug testing.
Great.
So we still have to fix. Prettify it. We want to make it beautiful. We don't want. We're all perfectionists, sadly and gladly sometimes. So we really want it to be perfect, beautiful, picture perfect. So we're taking our time, but it will be worth it in the end.
I'm sure. Sometimes the quicker you run the experiments, the quicker you get the feedback, the quicker you make the changes and the refinements. And this is usually how most business people work around it. So, you put it out there, it's not really good. You see what doesn't work, get back at it, check what works, get it back out there, see what doesn't work, take it back.
It's a lot of taking and giving.
Exactly. It's a lot of taking and giving, and the quicker the better. So the quicker you figure out what's wrong, the easier it's going to be for you to get further in this path. So top, great. Are there any other people doing this? That's a $1 million question. Who's doing that?
Very interesting question. Well, nobody is really doing it. That's why we really took advantage of the gap in the market.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot of people that are kind of doing it. I don't want to name specific companies because I don't think it's correct. But in Greece as well, there are some companies that are doing it, but it's still very underutilized, the possibilities, the way to achieve and to go to the volunteering is also not very easy.
Yeah.
So our other biggest competitor, we could say, is Facebook and Facebook groups, because people post a lot of volunteering acts through Facebook.
Yeah.
But the problem with Facebook, as we all know, it's not a trusted source. It doesn't provide you any legal protection. It doesn't take also care of your identity. It doesn't have any GDPR. So we don't want to really think of Facebook as a competitor, but it is, because it does provide volunteering opportunities to a lot of people.
Is. Absolutely. Yeah. And social media platforms in general.
But we're planning,
WhatsApp groups.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to say, that all of social media is basically, that's our biggest competitor. And that's why we're planning on making it a quality social media. Like a Facebook, but a better version. Like a LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is actually pretty great. But like LinkedIn, but for volunteering.
Yeah.
So we're planning on competing it like this, on tackling this problem, because social media is what we're all used to. It's easier to just go through Facebook sometimes.
Yeah. Top. I absolutely agree. Makes perfect sense. Also, what is more approachable and known to people is the thing that usually gets the more views and the more eyeballs. It collects the most eyeballs, since it's more easy to just get into. So Facebook, Instagram makes perfect sense for these people. WhatsApp groups, as I said before, and also peers, family, this is the main competition. But I would not call it a competition. I would call it partnerships, because you can have partnerships and put yourself in these platforms as well. They're not really monetizing it, the thing. Facebook is not monetizing, kinda. Facebook is indirectly monetizing these people, but the amount of usage that is being done to volunteering through these platforms is not enough for them to be considered a competitor. Does it make sense? Hope it does.
Yes, it's a fine line what you can consider competitor and what not in this, because the volunteering market is, well, it has existed for many years, but it's well underdeveloped. So there's no laws, there is no legal
boundaries.
There's no means of there's no boundaries. So it's very hard to also consider who can be a competitor and who cannot be.
For me, it's
because we're talking about the social thing.
I'm lagging. That's why you don't hear me on.
I think we're both lagging a bit in the conversation.
We are both lagging, but it's fine. It's okay. So I wanted to just add a comment that these platforms where you can find these people are the best the best ways for you to actually test your product. So there's nothing better than having a place that that people are gathered to do the thing that you want to do through your thing. So it just gives you access to all of these people for free. For me, it's the absolute tool. That's how I would utilize it.
It's a big advantage as well. You're right. We can, if it's utilized correctly, it's up to us to utilize it correctly. Because even though we're trying to create this really big thing, we're all very young people and we're still learning how to be in business, how to act, what to do, what are the lines. So for us, all this isn't just the business part or the social part, it's also school. We're all learning so much. We've done so many diverse roles. I have done PR, HR, marketing, public speaking. I never thought I would do public speaking. It was my worst. We're getting so many diverse roles because we just want this to work. So we will do everything to just make this work.
That's great, and you give me a really nice we would call it pasa in Greek, but it doesn't come naturally now. So I wanted to ask, are there any strategic partnerships or collaborations that would contribute to the sustainability of your business long term?
Strategic partnerships. If you mean our collaborations with the NGOs, and we do have some stable collaborations, if that's how we're defining it. And we have gotten a lot of interest from several big corporations in Greece that really want to support even the development of the product. Also, we'll not be able to name yet some corporations, but we're talking about two major businesses that have, one has over 3,000 employees and one has over 500, well, almost 500. So we're talking about some major corporations that have shown interests in being partners, in being stable supporters, even maybe some, when the time comes, acquiring some share, being shareholders.
Yeah. That was that was the next question, funding wise. So yeah, tell me.
Yet we don't have shareholders. We have not put our shares up for, in the stock market.
Yeah, of course. But you have some organizations supporting your vision and your mission. And now that we have come to this point, I want to ask whether you are seeking for funding. I understand that you're getting some support from those organizations you just mentioned, but are you planning on opening a funding run? Are you already in around?
We're not looking for funding yet. Because we really want to have a stable product in order to go ask for funding. So everything will be done. We would, after the product has proved that it's working and it's the way we want to, we will try and look for funding. Yes, we will open.
Maybe you can look for funding for the developmental stage, to get more people working on it so that it goes out faster.
We did get a small funding from ESPA on the start of the business, but at this stage we're still just utilizing our own resources because we want to make this as much as ourselves we can. Of course, any funding is welcomed.
Yeah.
But after we have really proven to ourselves and people that this is something it's worth for you to spend your money on.
Okay, I hear you, absolutely. Great. And so I know it's super duper early for me to ask these questions, but if, let's say, you get in some point a big investment or medium investment, how are you planning on, what would be the valuation for the investors or the VCs? Anything around that would be good.
We really don't have knowledge on this subject yet,
Yeah,
and we don't have numbers of. Yeah, I think it would be a very off guess if I would make it right now.
Maybe investors are investing in the possible impact of your business, of your social business. And maybe for in the beginning they want to see some, let's say, let's say they want to see something different from you regarding the mission and regarding your vision. So maybe there's this kind of investors out there.
We have not yet put much thought into it, but we're open to anyone and any suggestion. The thing about this initiative is we really want to be completely and utterly inclusive. It's one also of our most major pylons. And we're open to all suggestions. So if anybody and any investor had something other to suggest, we would try and make it customized for them.
Exactly. That was my
If I
thought.
understood the question.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Of course, yeah. So what I'm saying is that there's many ways to get value from not only investors, VCs, angels. There's many things that someone can provide to an early stage startup in order for them to, go faster and better. Top. So as we are going closer to the end of this little talk of ours, can you please sum up the team? So who you are, what your backgrounds are, and anything that you want to share before we hang up.
Oof. Okay. So the team, we are 3 people, like I said.
Great.
Andreas Kouduras is our CEO. Like I said, he's been volunteering since basically he was born. He's an expert in the field. He has finished university in the TEFA. I'm not sure how to say it in English. I'm sorry. The gymnastics.
Yeah, sports and physical education science, something like that.
Sports. Yeah, exactly. Brain lagged. And like I said, we all do a bit of everything. It's me. I talked about myself enough. I don't want to talk about myself more. And Adipas Azoidis, it's the third member. He's our tech mastermind, like we like to call him.
Perfect.
And he does all the design, the development. He really just trying to put our vision to life. So that's the team. And his educational background is on IT and computers, programming, and all that stuff.
Would you say that you will need some people to join the team anytime soon?
Yes, we are looking and we are considering adding maybe another member that is also part of the development and IT sector. And they will help us achieve our goal faster of creating the app and having it ready by the summer. But we're still on the talking stages. Let's hope everything goes according to plan.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So, anything that you would like to share with the people listening to us as a closing?
I think volunteering is a beautiful thing to do, except from the social aspect. It's really a pleasure for the soul. I think it's something everybody should consider trying at least once. And except from, like I said, the social good, it really helps people utilize and achieve their goals, optimize their social CV. It gives you so many skills. And it's also a great way to make friends. I've made so many friends through volunteering.
It's a great socializing tool.
It's the best, I think. Creating impact with someone creates a form of bonding that is different than any other bonding you can have.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So I would say go volunteer, guys.
As we're talking about volunteering, I believe that anyone out there watching this or listening to it right now could absolutely contact me or contact Erika and her team and make sure that they give us feedback, not only on the show, but also on what they do, what they could do better. Because in the end of the day, we are the ones that are going to be the product users and we're going to be the final consumer. So anyone listening to us and wants to contact us, please do so. Or you can comment on our videos and we're going to answer as soon as possible. So spread the word. Ivoluntry. And Erika, I'm just very pleased to have had you today here. And I cannot wait to see what's going to happen with your
Thank you so much. This has been truly lovely. You're a wonderful host. You really made me not be anxious, so thank you. Please give us all your feedback, positive, negative. We want it all. We don't mind.
We want it all. Love it. So, lots of love from my side, and see you soon.